Well, let's go to the actual text, 1 Corinthians 3. Some people suffer loss. Don't get to heaven empty-handed. Right here. Sobering. According to the grace of God which was given to me as a wise master builder, Paul said, I've laid the foundation, another builds on it. Take heed how you build. Verse 11, no other foundation can you lay than what is laid, which is Jesus Christ. He's talking about life, and life is like building stuff. Now, if anyone builds, verse 12, on the foundation of Christ with gold, silver, and precious stones, or he can build with wood, hay, and stubble. So it matters because, verse 13, each one's work will become clear because the day, that's the judgment seat of Christ, will declare it, because each one will be revealed by fire, and the fire will test everyone's work of what sort it is. And if anyone's work which he is built on endures, he gets a reward. If anyone's work is burned, he will suffer loss, but he will be saved, but so as through fire. How do you suffer loss? You do what the Thyatirans were doing, all those works, but you do them while you're secretly involved in sin. And acting like the world and living like the world and thinking like the world. And you know what that does? That ruins everything we've done for Christ. That's what he said. It's going to burn up. These people were doing all the right things and doing more and more of them, but were secretly, some of them, involved in sin. When you're secretly involved in sin, this challenge is especially important because we're all living in a world a lot like Lot. Lot was someone that lost everything. You know him from the Old Testament. In fact, most people don't even think he was a Christian. If Peter had not called him righteous Lot from Genesis 14, we'd say he was a pagan. I mean, he was involved in incest. Not once, twice. So, I mean, he's kind of really into sexual sin. But look what Peter says about him. When Lot saw the evil around him, it vexed his righteous soul. He was really a believer. That's how we know he was saved. By the way, being troubled about sin is an evidence of salvation. But think about what happened to him. God delivered Lot because Lot pitched his tent towards Sodom. So God delivered Lot from being captured and taken away, but because Lot had pitched his tent towards Sodom, Genesis 13 says, he lost everything. So he was saved, he just lost everything. He lost his reputation, he lost his family, he lost his wife, remember, pillar of salt wife. He lost his daughters. I mean, he begat children through his own daughters in a drunken orgy. He became the quintessential example of being saved so as by fire. So you're going to see Lot in heaven. He's a trophy of grace. But you're going to see that Lot lost everything. Do you know how we know that? Coming in in Revelation 19. Revelation 19 says that forever we're going to be showing what we really were on earth for Christ. Whether we were really living the talk or whether it was just talk and we didn't live it. Because our righteous deeds that we did for Christ, resisting sin, denying ungodliness, sharing the gospel, will be forever displayed. We're going to give an account of what we did with our body, and that's what determines our eternal rewards.